It's the beginning of August and there's certainly quite a bit to talk about in the markets. Joining me is Brad Case, REIT's Senior Vice President of Research and Industry Information. So Brad, you recently returned from hiking Mount Kilimanjaro, so you know a thing or two about ups and downs. What has the market been like for REITs so far?
Well, you know, July again was another strong month for REITs. Equity REITs gained more than 1% on the month. The REIT industry as a whole gained 0.4%. Actually, REITs have gained now more than 10% on the year. Compare that to the stock market, which lost 2% last month and has gained less than 4% on the year. It's really sort of investors need to keep in mind that even during a bull market, not every month is going to be a positive one, but certainly July was another positive month for REITs.
And of course, the big story on right now is that the debt ceiling legislation has passed. What impact do you expect that to have on REITs and commercial real estate?
Yeah, it's a relief to have that passed. I'm not sure I would expect a very strong influence, at least right away. I think generally speaking, the markets expected that Congress would get that legislation through, and so I wouldn't expect to see much of a bounce out of it. I think probably the most important impact of that legislation is sort of bringing more confidence to investors that what we've started to see as some improvement in the economy is likely to be continuing, is not going to be tripped up by failure to pass something like the debt ceiling legislation.
And speaking of improvements, the residential and retail sectors have performed particularly well recently. Now, could they or possibly some other sectors be more negatively impacted or positively impacted by this legislation and what may come after it?
Yeah, I think if you look at the different REIT sectors, I think when you're looking at the multifamily sector, I think the story there is uncertainty about house prices going forward, uncertainty about the mortgage market, and therefore sort of a suppressed demand for owner-occupied housing, which certainly has helped the rental housing market, including apartment REITs. For the retail sector of the REIT market, I think you're seeing something different, and that's probably what's more applicable going forward to the rest of the market, which is I think you're seeing, as I mentioned before, more confidence that what we've seen as the beginning of an economic recovery is going to continue. It's not a boom in the economy, but we're seeing more and more signs that the direction is positive, and that certainly seems to have helped consumers have the confidence to spend on retail goods, and that helps retail REITs. I'd expect to see something along the same lines as we go forward for other sectors of the REIT market. For example, the hotel and lodging sector, the industrial sector, other sectors of the REIT market that are really more bets on the direction of the economic recovery rather than, as with apartment REITs, sort of statements about the health of the owner-occupied housing and mortgage system.
Great. Brad, thank you very much. For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.